My name is Eric Brown, and this is the story of Jesus' work in my life. I grew up in a small family church. Like, everybody there was related, so it was one of those kind of situations where we just did church on Sunday, and then that was pretty much the substance of our faith. And, we talked about prayer and things like that, but there was really no evidence of faith in our lives outside of church. And so as I became a teenager, I kind of drifted away from any semblance of religion and, being involved with God and having a relationship with Him. And that kind of led me to become very prideful and very interested in pleasing myself and getting whatever I wanted. I was young and ended up getting a job making really great money, so I could just get whatever I wanted and just do whatever I wanted. And around the age of 21, I kept hearing God just saying, come home, and I would ignore it, just saying, I'll come when I'm ready, when I'm older. And eventually, a few people had told me about this church I need to go to in Dallas, and one of those mornings, I just felt like I should have been in church, so I went. And it wasn't anything that the preacher said or anything like that. I just felt like, I was where God wanted me to be. And at that moment, I was open and honest with Him, and I just, I told Him I was tired of living a life that was contrary to how He wanted me to live. And shortly after that, my wife, she moved down to Dallas with me. We were dating at the time, and we got married. And shortly after that, we had our daughter. And we realized very quickly that not having any family or friends in Dallas really made it hard. So we decided to move to St. Louis because my wife is from St. Louis and my mom had just moved up here shortly before that. So when we got married, we didn't know what to do with finances, and we didn't have the wisdom to know how to to budget and to plan and to live below your means. And so for the first, I would say, 5 years of our marriage, finances were a huge struggle for us. There was constant times where we didn't know how things were going to get paid. Things got cut off, and thankfully, God worked through that and worked in us, and He put us around people that knew what to do with money and knew how to handle those kind of things. And so, we opened up to the Lord and just asked Him to give us the wisdom, to give us the discipline, and to give us the resources to do what we need to do. And it's just been amazing to see how He's worked that out in us. And I think God has definitely used serving as a way to really just deepen my relationship with Him. Since we've been through the journey, do things like communion and offering, do scripture reading, and then my wife and I try to help out, with various areas. And it's just been amazing because I think God calls you to, be sacrificial in your time and your money and your talents. And He's put us in positions that have allowed us to give of our time, give of our money, give of our friendship to people, and really, being able to reach out and see God working through us in other people's lives. And God, He's just, He's brought us a long way, and I'm grateful that He's brought us to a place where we're able to serve and give and do all these things to help further His mission to change lives and to be on mission with the journey, so that we can do the things that God has called us to do. It's been just phenomenal.